Now I say who? 8.
Oh shit! Hold on. I got it.
8 my state.
Who the fuck?
Who? 8 my state. This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. I can't believe it.
I love you being consistently half a second behind the entire time that played.
Well, I think I'm a little bit delayed.
I think you might be, but it's okay. It's all good.
It's fine.
It's all good here. And hello, house guests. Welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. I say something gay. I'm drinking my lemon water as always, but I'm also drinking a whole hell of a lot of coffee. Because today is a long day. Wednesdays are my long days. So we have our beautiful, my beautiful San Diego Zoo lion mug. She's beautiful. But if I was drinking a much smaller amount of coffee, of course it would be in my cup mug. Which, ooh, look at the cup mug. Ooh, there we go. Yes.
Ooh, nope, move it a little.
Oh,
move it a little bit. Nope. This way. Wait, no, this way. Yep, there. Oh, no, go back. Go back. A little bit more. You almost had it out of the ring light completely. This way.
Whatever. I'm over it. Regardless, you can get your cup merch, including but not limited to the cup mug, available at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Link is in the description below, and we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Since Lana's not here, I have to do the kitty purr today. Well, I think we're both going to do the kitty purr today.
I give the kitty purr every day, thank you.
We know.
Like, don't try me. Don't be trying me out here, because I do the kitty purr every single day when we are on this podcast. Thank you very much. Anyways, my name is Kev. I say something not gay, straight. I don't know where I was going.
That's a lie, and we all know it.
And I may not have a cute line, but I do have a cute robe, and this is my Trixie Cosmetics robe.
You're giving very Cerie today in your robe.
And I'm in my Cerie era. I'm still sick. Like, I'm doing my best, but you know what? I don't have to change out of this. So, and I don't have to run across the garden.
I love that journey for you, honestly.
I do too. I love that for us.
I should have grabbed my robe. That's what I should have.
You should have grabbed it. You saw
you know what?
And you said, no.
Stall.
No, God. Why can I? Anyway, if we're talking about Big Brother today, let's talk about these nominations that Jag put up. Not the new ones, because we're not going to talk about those, because we're not going into live feed spoilers until later. But let's talk about how Felicia and about how Blue are on this damn block. Felicia and Blue are on this damn block. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, not my babies. Not the only people who are, like, actually entertaining in this house. Not the only people who are giving... No. This house would be so boring without Felicia and Blue.
Okay, yes, but they are not the only entertaining people in this house. You cannot say that.
Yeah, Jag is entertaining. You're right.
Cerie is entertaining. Bowie Jane is You just said that Bowie Jane was not entertaining. Coming from the Bowie Jane stan? No. It's on the internet.
I love Bowie Jane. But I will agree, she is not entertaining TV. Like, okay. I watch Bowie. I stand Bowie Jane because of how ironically I stand Bowie Jane. Like, I don't think you. Like, no, let me go into detail. One, Cerie does have her moments, and I'll give you that. When she got all angry at Corey's happy birthday singing, that was hilarious.
Oh,
when
yeah.
But, like, that's literally the only time I can think of that she was actively being entertaining by her lonesome.
Well, okay. Most of these people are not entertaining on their lonesome with the exception of Felicia.
Felicia is iconic.
I'm saying hi, with the exception of Felicia. And Felicia and Cirie together, laugh riot. You also, I think, have not been paying attention to feeds as much as I have. And there have been a lot of funny moments of Felicia and Cirie on feeds. Plus, in this episode, what are you talking about? Her getting all mad about her punishment? That was hilarious.
Yeah, but that was forced upon her. Like,
yeah, but she was entertaining in it.
Anyways, you're spoiling everything in this episode. We haven't gotten to that part, Diva.
Okay, well, you're the one that decided to go into all the things before I could say, but first, subscribe to the channel. We're here giving this level of chaos every day of the week.
No. This is just this level of chaos because it's just me and Logan. So we're just going to be fighting the whole time.
True.
Like, that's going to be the whole... This is going to be the whole live stream today, y'all. So just
today, we are slaying the house down with the boots.
House down with the boots.
With the boots.
Kitty of the purr. Very bad.
Kitty boot. We are slaying the kitty purr house down with the boots. Yes, God, mama. That's what we're doing here.
Diva hunting Muma.
Yes, but yes, as you said while you were stalling for me, Kevin, I do appreciate it. Hello, Robe.
Hello, Robe.
Hello, Diva.
Hello, Diva.
But yes, so Felicia and Blue are on the block. Not for long. We'll talk about it. But Jag is saying that, you know, the only way for him to not be exposed as the invisible HOH, even though he's told literally everyone that he's the invisible HOH. No, he told Bowie.
At this time, no, he didn't. Well, in this episode, yes, but I'm saying at the time of...
Oh, you're right, yeah. But everybody figured as much. Bowie was speculating about it. But basically, the Felicia and Blue nominations were really the only way for him to not expose that he's the secret HOH right now to Blue specifically. That was kind of the thing. Because Blue was his target. And at this point, Corey and America are like, great, cool, we're not on the block. Fantastic. So Jag wants to keep his nominations as is. That doesn't happen, but whatever. But yeah, Corey's happy that that Jag's not coming after him. America's happy that Jag isn't coming after her. But she still thinks that she can be aligned with Blue. So America goes to Blue and tells Blue that Jag is the invisible HOH. Unfortunately, Blue, up until the moment that Jag straight up looked at Blue, which we saw in the episode, until the moment he looked at Blue and said, I'm the invisible HOH, Blue didn't think it was Jag.
Yeah, literally.
Blue was convinced at one point that it was literally, I think, every other person in the house but Jag. And I'm like, kitty purr. And this starts my difficulty with Blue. Because I think she's entertaining, and I do think she's playing a good game. However, some of her reads, sometimes I'm just like, girl, you are really not tuned into where this house is. You think you are, and I love that for you, and you're aligned with Cirie. Therefore, I'm going to enjoy you. However, her reads this entire season have just been so off.
Yeah, but that's not because of her taste in men.
And I will say a lot of that did have to do with Jared, and Jared giving her misinformation without him even realizing it, because Jared's takes were bad.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Jared misunderstood what a lot of people were saying to him. But
I mean, he has since acknowledged his bullshit, and I do appreciate that.
Anyways, enough about Jared.
Let's talk about the BB comic verse, because we are in comic week, of course, and we get a comic verse transmission. I do love that we have this like bank teller shoot that comes down.
So fun.
I've really enjoyed that this season. I think it's a really fun way to get transmissions from the BB verses.
I didn't know that was a new thing. I just thought that was always a thing.
No, there are usually some like transmission things. It's usually done just by Big Brother over the live speaker, or on the screen in the living room where Julie pops up, or they have like nominations today or stuff like that. this is a new feature for this house, and I really do like it. There are sometimes features like this, but this is new for this season, and I like it.
Work.
But we find out from the BB Comic Verse transmission that obviously we have the Invisible HOH this week, but we are also playing in the BB Power of Multiplicity, which multiplied the number of players in the Veto comp from 6 to 8, as well as increased the number of Power of Vetoes able to be won this week from 1 to 2, meaning that 2 people will win the Power of Veto this week. And we found out on feeds. We didn't find out in this episode, but we find out on feeds the way that all works, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. We did on Monday, but we'll talk about it a little bit more when we get to our live feed portion. But Kev, what did you think of this twist? It's different. This kind of thing hasn't really happened for a long time on Big Brother. But what did you think of this, the BB Power of Multiplicity?
Oh, I live because I've been slowly starting to get annoyed by Corey in America lately. Like, it's slowly started to be like, okay, maybe is she the villain? Is America the villain? I think she is the villain. But I think it's mainly like, I think America's just really horny for chaos.
Well, she's a super fan. I don't blame her.
No, like, quite literally, the fact that Corey and America were on the block together a couple of weeks ago made America horny. Like, that girl is that obsessed with this game. And I can tell that sometimes she'd rather just, like, create chaos than play the game well. Or create TV moments, which I respect. But I'm like,
totally.
Girl, come on. Like, play the damn game. Like, play the damn game. So I'm like, or like she overplays the game. I'm like, girl, like it's either like one or the other where it's like, and I'm like, Mama, like get it.
She's playing the game the way that we see super fans play the game all the time. Is really what it is. Like we see the super fans come in, and I call her a super fan. I know that's been contested the entire damn season. But she is one of us in BB Twitter, despite BB Twitter being an absolute fucking disaster this season. I don't even claim it anymore because now we're gonna need to point of death threats to people on BB Twitter, and I'm just like, I'm not about that. So
we already have
I know it's happened. Oh, baby, welcome to Big Brother, where people get death threats every year. Like that's just what happens. By the way, I know our viewers wouldn't, but if you're sending death threats to people, period, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Even people that you really, really don't like, don't do that. We're all human. Some people are not good, but that doesn't mean you need to be sending death threats to people. Especially one of my good friends on BB Twitter got death threats, and I'm upset about it still. So, regardless. I love this twist as well. I am always about chaos in Big Brother.
Oh wait, I never got to why I liked the twist. This twist was literally made to put Corey and America on the block.
Oh, 100%. Or like, Matt 100%. And Jag, depending or Matt and Jag, depending on what happened with the HOH.
Yeah, no, this twist was literally made to put a duo on the block. Like 100%. Like it was meant to be able to put to lean the power either to Matt and Jag or to Corey and America.
Absolutely.
And to split those teams up because they could obviously tell that they were probably going to control the house. Yeah, like because that's literally like a quarter of the house is in a strong duo, Matt and Jag or Corey and America. And then there's
that's
other
half
quarter.
Now.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that's half the house, but I'm saying like a quarter of the house is in a strong duo, like 2/4 of the house. So like,
which is half.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say. Is
you're sick. I can't be shady to you that much.
It's creating a.
I know what you mean.
Sick. You know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you mean.
This is made to shift the power either to Matt and Jag or to Corey and America, depending on who
Absolutely.
HOH, and it just happened to be Jag. So
well, it didn't just happen to be Jag.
Yeah,
they made this HOH. Whatever. It's stupid. I agree with you. I just still think it's stupid, but
Anyways, what is the veto comp? Let's go into
Well,
that.
before we get to the veto comps, we got to talk about Blue ratting out Corey and America to Matt and Jag. So she goes to Matt, saying that America tried to recruit her to their side, throwing Matt and Jag under the bus, but doesn't give any sort of specifics.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that frustrates me with Blue, is like Blue has done this all season, but also Corey and America have done this all season, but also Matt and Jag have done this all season. And so I'm just like, all of you are throwing each other under the bus. Like,
it's like a circle jerk of just throwing each other under the bus.
Honestly. And it's just like, but now Matt is like, well, that's all the ammunition I needed. And then Blue goes to Jag and also tells him about it. And now he's starting to reconsider his target for the week going into Veto. We knew that she had this conversation prior to the Veto on feeds. And so everyone was like, oh shit, what's going to happen with these vetoes? But let's talk about the veto now. So we get, like America said in the DR, we get a classic BB HOH comp as a veto, and we got a classic BB veto as an HOH, which I'm still frustrated. Apparently it's a scramble verse. Apparently it's a scramble verse, comic verse crossover this week. Can we get a Humillaverse, Scary Verse crossover?
Hell no. Hell no.
Well, no, we don't have to experience it. We just have to watch.
Let's be honest. Was Scary Week even that scary? Like, girl.
Well, there's been a couple scary weeks, but no.
Mama, the actual Scary Week, though? Like, they got presents.
The scariest part was the two misogynists coming back in the house.
Literally. Anyway, we're not talking about Scary Week. We're talking about the veto comp.
We're talking about the veto comp. It's the BB Superhero Training Academy on the outdoor lot.
I was like, ooh, I see trees.
I see sunlight on their skin like Monica Beverly Hills. I was like, oh my God.
Come on, Miss Sunlight on the skin.
I was like, they're all serving Miss Sunlight on the skin today. I was like, oh my God. Because this is the same set that they did the Exorcism veto on.
Oh, no, not and the HOH, where they did the demon HOH, just like right at the beginning. I think not Riley's, but Hyson's HOH.
Yeah, it's the same house setup for both. Yeah,
but anyways, what I meant is, but I sure do like a little bit of shade. Like, this isn't Drag Race. But what is the veto competition? What are they doing?
I'm so happy you asked, Kev. So the veto comp this week is a good old classic, stand on a little board, hold on to a rope, and get swung around getting knocked into something. This is a classic. This is one of my favorite HOH comps. We've had this so many times. You just stand on a board for as long as you can. Like, that's it.
I honestly love a good endurance comp. I've learned. I think those are kind of my favorite. I do wish this was live. I wish it was like pressure cooker.
Yeah, because if it was an HOH, because we all thought it was going to be the HOH this week, and then obviously we found out it was BB Comics. But if it was, usually when it's an HOH, they do show it on feeds. Mm-hmm. So I was also disappointed we didn't get to see this live. I mean, I, quite frankly, would not have wanted to sit through almost an hour and a half of just Blue and Jag competing. Spoiler. But, I mean, ultimately, the competition comes down to Blue and Jag. Everybody else was out within 30 minutes.
And they're fighting for this damn position.
I will say the third place person was third place was America, who we see in confessional goes, do I need to win this veto? Yes.
Yeah, but also Jag did kind of play well to make sure that.
Yes, but you didn't know that at the time, America. But yeah, so they end up going. So America drops at 22 minutes. The veto comp ended at 2 hours and 6 minutes. Diva. Like, props to Jag and Blue. Like, that was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, what's the longest that the swinging rope competition is?
Oh, I think it was
lasting
like 6 hours. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the endurance comps, honestly, the endurance comps of the last few seasons overall have not lasted nearly as long. But like the original pressure cooker still has the record. The return of the pressure cooker now has the second highest. I think as far as the swinging endurance comps go, I want to say it's like 6 or 7 hours.
And didn't Taylor hit the wall comp? Isn't she the one who like really slayed the wall comp?
She won the wall comp, I believe.
Is she the longest wall comp?
No.
No.
I don't think so. I'm going to be honest. BB24 things are a blur for me. I didn't watch the season.
Mm.
I
know she won wall comp.
We started covering the season, and then all of the week 1 bullshit happened with Taylor, and we boycotted the season. And so I was like a true BB Twitter casual for BB24. I was like, I'm going to pay attention until Taylor's out. And unfortunately, it meant that I paid attention the entire season because Taylor won, which I'm happy about, truly happy about. But yeah, so we end up going, comp goes until 2 hours and 6 minutes. Jag wins the first power of Veto.
Yay!
It's his 4th Veto, his 5th comp win. I mean, now that Cameron and Jared are out, someone has to take over as the man dominating competitions, and I guess it's going to be Jag. So,
Yay.
and like for me, I don't mind it because I think Jag as a person is absolutely lovely, wonderful, and great. As a competitor, lovely, great competition wins. As a game player, abysmal. Abysmal is the only word to describe his game.
No, there is one word that you can use.
What's that?
The audacity.
That's
there's one thing that we have that Jag has that we don't. And it is the audacity to be that bad of a gameplay.
That fucking part.
I think about that clip of him and Mimi just sitting in the game room all the time, just being like, the one thing that all of them have that we don't is the audacity. And just Mimi dying. Mimi just dying. I think about that. Anyways, Jag wins the Veto.
I miss Mimi, our queen of doing nothing but everything.
Mama, she is the Monica Beverly Hills of the season. She is the peach of the season. She is the Lavazania of the season. She did nothing at the same time.
No, she's the Jan of the season.
No, because like she did come close a couple of times, but she never got triggered and made dramatic. No, girl.
Okay. Regardless, still we're not talking about Drag Race. But
we're not talking about Drag Race.
So then we go to the second Veto. And we knew on feeds, when feeds came back on Saturday, we knew that the first Veto was the swinging comp. We didn't know what the second Veto was. And I'm going to be honest, this was stupid. This was stupid.
How long can Jag make money for?
How long can Jag dead hang on a bar after spending 2 hours swinging around on a rope? This isn't a fucking competition.
Well, it kind of is. It's like
I would get this if this was like a luxury comp. I think that would have been fine. But as a Veto comp, no. Like,
it just felt like a weird kind of like. I wish they actually got to compete for it instead of doing a guessing game of
of blindly guessing on Jag's ability. And like up until they said, "Oh, Jag, for every 15 seconds you stay on, you get $500." If I was Jag, I would have dropped
immediately.
But the moment, because then who would have won? America, I think.
Because she wasted 15 seconds.
No, she said 75.
Yeah.
So I think America would have won. Ooh, bro, interesting.
That would have been wild.
But that would have been... Knowing the way that the Veto structure works this week, that would have been wild. But regardless, so they literally have to blindly guess on Jag's ability to dead hang on a bar for as long as he can. And so he ends up lasting 110 seconds, meaning that he wins $3,500.
Yay!
On top of his jury stipend. We love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And if he makes top 5, they get more money. So
slay.
But we find out that the closest guess was 105 seconds. And that means that Blue won the second power of veto, making her the first woman this season to win a power of veto.
No, you are incorrect, though. She guessed 105.69 seconds.
Oh, you're so correct. I'm so sorry.
Nice.
Nice.
We had to give it to her. Kitty purr.
I forgot that she guessed 105.69. I'm going to be honest, but it's fine.
I'm so disappointed in you.
But the fact that she's the first woman to win a veto this season just goes to show. Big Brother, hi, Big Brother. Are you watching? Mr. B, are you watching? Mr. B, are you watching? Make your comps more fucking fair and not all fucking physical, skewed towards men who have muscles. Okay, thank you. Anyway, I was, you know what? A lot of people were very, very excited when Blue won the veto. And then a lot of people last night were like, oh, but she only won a crapshoot veto. You know what? Regardless, I am very happy that Blue won this veto.
I mean, technically it is a mental comp.
It is. But I'm happy for her based solely on her reaction because I know how much that meant to her. And I was really, really happy to see it. I was like, yes, diva. Absolutely. Also, hi, Esme.
Hi, Esme.
Hi, baby. But yes, Jag and Blue are the winners of the power of vetoes, meaning that at least one of the noms is coming off the block.
Ooh.
And we found out at the start of the comp that the two people with the worst guesses got punishments. Now let's talk about these punishments. I guess Felicia, because she guessed first. She got to pick randomly her crystal. Ooh.
And the Bowie Jane shit, yes.
Literally.
Bowie Jane shit in the wager.
And she I hate you. And she picked solitary confinement for 24 hours. Which, I mean, sure, diva.
I mean, but poor Felicia. Could it have gone to Sari, though?
I mean, yeah. I feel like Sari would have... I feel like, honestly, if they'd swapped the punishments, I feel like they both would have enjoyed them a little bit more.
Yeah, because Felicia would have been having fun getting changed and rolling around and doing the
Oh, absolutely. Thing. And Sari... So then we see Sari's punishment is she has to test out the new prototype for the BB Superhero Training Academy super suit. And we see her rolling on the grass, standing on one leg for 30 minutes, drenching herself in an outdoor shower, guessing products hid under a plate. Guessing
fiber gummies over.
We love fiber gummies
over again.
She is also since on feeds because I believe it's a week-long punishment, which is horrible for Sari. I feel really bad. Yeah. But she also, I think yesterday, had to stand in the pool for 2 hours. It's a lot.
Oh.
I hope it's just a punishment until Thursday, is kind of what I'm hoping. Plus, I feel like they're probably going to do something during the eviction, and I think that's going to be really funny. But so we then see Jag and Matt talking about the shift in plan. Now that Blue is coming off the block, Jag has to put up at least one other person. And he decides, based on the information that he received from Blue, that he wants to put up Corey and America and blindside them both. Which, for Jag's game, I can't be mad at.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good move because they were going to make the same move against him and Matt next week. So I can't be mad at it. But what I'm really not mad at is after Felicia comes out of her solitary confinement, she goes to Jag. And we saw this conversation on feeds. They did cut the Faith of a Mustard Seed comment, and I'm pissed about it. But we get a Jag supercut of him literally telling everyone else in the house that he's the invisible HOH, because he's telling Felicia, and then we get a supercut, and he's telling Sari, and then we get a supercut, and he's telling Bowie.
Oh,
And it's just like,
and I feel like before we get into the live feed for spoilers, and after we finish with this momentum, we need to do something. Just putting a pin in that now. Continue your thing.
Okay, great. So then he's telling all the people that he's the invisible HOH, and that his plan is to put up Corey in America. And Felicia goes, "Oh my God!" and runs over and hugs him. Sari was like, "Yes!" I'm exaggerating that, but still. And then Bowie Jane's reaction killed me because she was just like, "Okay, yeah. I think that's great." And I was like, "Work, diva. Okay." So then he decides he's also going to tell Blue. And he tells Blue. And Blue is just like, "Okay." And then he tells Blue that he's putting up Corey America. And she's like, "Yes!"
It's like, let's fucking go.
She's like, "Immediately, I forgive you." And I'm like, "Blue, baby, I would not be forgiving them if I were you. But all right, diva, go ahead. All right, diva, go right for it." Because she has since found out that she was 100% the target this week. So it's not, as enthusiastic as it was. But we'll talk about that shortly. But we end the episode on a goddamn cliffhanger, even though the fucking show showed us that Jag planned to put up Corey in America. So, y'all should already know. Corey in America go up. Y'all already know that. I don't know why the fuck we're leaving it on a goddamn cliffhanger. But all right. Anyway.
And now that's the episode. Right before live feeds, real live feed spoilers.
Yes.
Hey, Logan, I have a very important question for you.
Oh, God. What's your question, Kev?
This week, what did Bowie Jane do?
Not a whole lot.
We need to get into what Bowie Jane did. Because I need to know. Did she order... No, not pressure cooker. Did she order strawberries?
No, I don't think so.
Did she ask for the Trader Joe's strawberries today? No?
I don't think so. But we will talk all about what Bowie Jane did and all of our other live feed updates here very shortly. If you are just here for the episode recap, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back on Friday, as we always are, to dive into the aftermath of our Week 11 eviction, where somebody's going home, and we're going to talk about who that probably is very shortly. But thank you for joining if you're just here for the episode recap, and we will be going into live feed updates in 3, 2, 1. So the answer to what did Bowie Jane do this week? Not much. She did her HOH. She made her great move last week. And she's back to just being her little floating Bowie Jane self.
Bowie Jane.
She really has not done a whole lot.
And I'm not even asking. I'm asking, what did Bowie Jane do during the week as a floater? What was she up to? What was she doing? Was she living her life? Was she feeling her fantasy? Was she doing the best that she can in the world that she's in this little BB house? Is she just living her life being so weird and quirky and perfect?
And Australian.
And Australian, and being 34 years old, even though she's 35, even though it has nothing to do with a game and nobody cares.
But she's not 35, she's 43.
I know. Oh, wait, did I say? I thought I said 45.
You said 35, my dear, but I got
45.
You're good. Don't worry about it.
Whatever it was. I don't know.
So, okay. Now, we know that Corey in America were blindsided by Jag. Blue used her POV on herself, and Jag put up Corey in her place, invisibly. And then we know that Jag used his POV on Felicia and invisibly put up America in her place. So the showmance is on the block. One of them is going home tomorrow. As of right now, it's Corey.
Thank God.
If it had to be one of the two, I would rather it be Corey. America has finally finished her sulking, which she was entitled to. I will say, I think she's very entitled to her sulking. But she is over that now. She is, back to playing Big Brother.
As she should.
Yes.
I was waiting for you to pause.
It's so loud, but okay.
I know, but it's fun.
It's fine. So, what has been happening in the Big Brother house? Not a whole lot. What we know is that
feeds were off for 8 hours.
Feeds were off for 8 hours, or no, feeds were down for 2.5 hours for the Power of Veto. We talked about the Power of Veto blowback in our Monday recap. But since then, there's been a lot of conversations with Cirie and Felicia where they realize, oh shit, Corey's going home. We need America on our side. So they have both been putting a lot of work in. They've both been putting a lot of work in with America.
Getting that jury.
Well, not even, it is a bit of jury management, but it's also like America is going to stay. Everybody knows that Corey's going home, including Corey. And they're like, well, we need America on our side, because if America stays and wins HOH, we know who she's probably going to go after. But if someone comes down with a veto, we don't want us to go up as a replacement on. So they're really working on getting America long term. I honestly think at this point, a final three of Cirie, Felicia, and America is probably my ideal scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I want an all-women final five, point blank in the period. But I think a Cirie, Felicia, America top three is kind of my best case scenario.
That's so funny because I'm like almost completely opposite.
Because you're what? Bowie, Jane Blue, and Matt?
Yeah, I'm Bowie, Jane Blue, and Matt. Like, those are my three, really.
That's fair.
Like, I love Matt. I think Matt's going to win this season, if I'm being for real. But also, they all love Cirie so much. But I'm like, y'all say, oh, she's a Survivor legend. Oh, she always sneaks her way to the end somehow. Bitch, get her out. Like, if you're saying this, get her.
They are misted by her, and that's what Cirie does.
In the words of our iconic and legendary Coco Montrese, get her Jade. Like, please. I'm sorry. I think Cirie's great. Love her. Get her out. I'm tired of this bitch. She's tired of being in this damn house. Get her out. Please. Felicia, mother, she can stay. Live for Felicia. But like,
no.
Live for Felicia. You know what? Felicia can get evicted, but just keep her in the house. Like, that's all I'm asking for. Like,
could you imagine zombie Felicia?
No, but it's just zombie Felicia hanging out in the house for the rest of the season, just for entertainment purposes. Sure. I would live.
Sure. Let's talk for a second about Jag and Matt. They believe that they've come out of this blind side of Corey in America unscathed. And that's not the case, because Cirie and Felicia are like, oh shit, they are the endgame threat. And I'm like, finally, y'all fucking came around.
Also,
God.
I do want to point out, there technically are three duos in the house with Cirie and Felicia as well, but Cirie and Felicia are being so secretive about how their duo is. Like, they're doing such a good job of hiding it.
Well, there's technically 4 duos, because I would also consider Cirie and Blue a duo.
No, but that's less so. Like, they are like very together. Like,
Cirie has said she wants to go to Final 2 with Blue.
She has.
And Blue is the person she trusts the most.
I think that's mainly because of Jared. Like
100%, but 100%.
The only good thing he did this season is put Cirie and Blue together.
Honestly. They were also talking a little bit on Monday night about a potential new 5-person alliance where it would be Jag, Matt, Cirie, Felicia, and Bowie Jane. Or making it a 4 and having Bowie Jane be like that auxiliary thing, whatever. It's stupid. But
Jag, I mean, with Jag, that's Jag's final 5. And we've heard that 5 million times now. My final 5 is Cirie, Matt, me, Bowie Jane, and
Mama Fee.
And I'm like, girl, we've heard that how many times now? Like, okay, like, BB editors, we know you've said it so many times. Like, I know you want to get America out. I know you want to get Blue out. Like, girl, you don't need to keep saying it. Hello,
Yeah.
DM Rocks.
Hey. Hey, baby. Yeah, so what really tipped off Felicia is Felicia was having a conversation with Matt yesterday. I believe it was yesterday morning. And was saying, Matt was telling Felicia that him and Jag are really close, but they're playing different games, and that Corey and America are playing the same game. And Felicia goes, you actually have different paths? You think your way to the end is different? And Matt goes, I mean, not really. And that's where Felicia was like, oh shit, they are absolutely a final two. We need to target them.
They're so
which
gay
is
for
great.
each other. They're so gay for each other.
I mean, I do like their duo, but I want
They're
them
so
to go
sweet.
home. I want them to go home.
I want Jag to go. I like Jag. I really do. I would not mind a Jag and Matt final two personally. Like, I think that Matt's playing a better game than Jag is. So I really do see Jag going way before Matt.
Yeah.
But I really could see Matt in that final two chair.
I could see it as well. I think less so now because Sari really recognizes that Matt is a big endgame threat.
Yeah.
And I am happy that she's finally seeing it. We also saw yesterday there was a conversation. Blue and America finally talked. And Blue was basically just trying to do, like, Blue's entire conversation was like revisionist history.
Yeah.
Where she's like, once I saw it was me and Felicia on the block, I knew what the deal was. She didn't. She told America, I could predict what Corey was gonna do. He told me, and it's like, you're not predicting if someone tells you what to do. And then she was like, Bowie knew too. She was excited about it. And I'm like, yeah, everybody knew except for Corey and America, girl. Like, Blue in this conversation just pissed me off. And I watched this on feeds and I was just like, this is fucking pissing me off. I don't get it, but whatever.
Oh my God. And we haven't even talked about the best part of the entire week yet, in the entire live feeds yet.
Which is?
Literally, fuck off.
We talked about it on Monday. We talked about it on Monday.
Did we talk about literally fuck off?
We sure did.
I thought it didn't happen yet. I don't know.
It had just, we went live right after, yeah. So we talked about it.
Right after literally fuck off. Okay, got it.
And then America did apologize today. America and Jag talked because she finally was like, I'm less angry about it. And she was like, I'm sorry about saying fuck off.
Yeah, but honestly, I would say it too.
Yeah.
Like, if I were in hell, yeah.
Yeah. As far as yesterday on feeds, Sari's still doing her tasks. Sari and Felicia Sari has realized specifically that Matt and Jag are the endgame threats. She's actively working on getting Felicia and Blue on the same page. She's really working on America. And if there's one thing that Sari is going to do, she's going to take out the man in a showmance and align with the woman in the showmance and go to the end with them. She's literally done it like 4 or 5 times. And I'm still so gagged, that Sari is still in the game, quite frankly. Like, she thought she was going to be out early. I thought she was going to be out early. Most of the fan base thought she was going to be out early. And she's still here. And what baffles me the most is she's playing the same game that she has played in so many different seasons of so many different shows. And it still works.
Honestly,
it still works.
I think Sari signed on to this thinking she was probably going to be second or third out.
Oh, she said that on feeds.
Like, she signed up to do this for a couple of weeks and then leave.
And to help Jared.
80.
And to help Jared.
And now she's at day 80.
Exactly.
Like, Mama, just push the button, put the coaches back in again. Like, please.
Not the
coaches.
I'm kidding. Though if Sari came back as a coach in a future season, she wouldn't. She's already said she wouldn't. But if she did, that would be great.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100%. Except
she's already said they can if they ask me back to this, I will say no.
Yeah. She's like,
I'm just gonna save her for Sari for the next 22 days that we have her in Big Brother in some capacity.
Because let's be honest, she ain't going on the block.
No, I really do think at this point Suri's making the final three. And
I think winning the season.
I think there is a very high likelihood that Suri will win this season.
It's Suri or Matt. It's really either one of them.
I think there's a case for honestly most people left in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and that's all I really had for live feed updates. So I do actually want to kind of talk about endgame scenarios. I think, okay, let's look at this. Suri, I think, has the absolute easiest path to final three.
Yeah.
And I would say Felicia is second in that, just because I feel like people are going to still continually put Felicia on the block, use her as a pawn. I think we're going to see that, and I'm not going to be surprised by that. And I mean, we saw it happen last season where Taylor went up many times and won the season.
Do you think she's that happen before?
I think they're going to try to goat her, and I do think there's an endgame scenario where what I think will happen, honestly, at this point, what I think will happen is I think we're going to end up with Suri and Felicia in the final two, sitting next to either Blue, Matt, or America.
Right.
And I honestly think in any of those scenarios, I think either of our two fabulous mamas would beat any of those three people. And here's why I say that. I think they are both smart enough. Suri, I would say, just based on her experience in these games alone, I think Suri probably stands a better shot at talking herself into a winning position than Felicia does. I think Felicia can do it, and I have complete faith in her abilities. I think Suri, just because of her experience, has a little bit more of a shot. But what I think, if it's one of the two of them next to one of Blue, America, and Matt, all of which who have been in a duo, I would like to add. I think their argument is, while they were in a duo for most of the game, they played the same game as their duo. Because to be honest, Matt and Jag, same game. Corey and America, same game. Blue and Jared, same game. I think Blue less so than the other two. But
yeah,
I think the argument is we've been at the top for either Suri or Felicia, honestly. I think the argument is I've been at the top of this game. I've been at the bottom of this game. I've had to scrap through this game to make sure that I was in a position to be safe. I'm standing here because I did it. I didn't have to rely on a duo. I didn't have to rely on anybody else other than myself.
She didn't even have to rely on an HOH. She didn't even have to rely on a veto.
Well, Suri specifically. Suri specifically. But I think Felicia maybe has a stronger argument in that case because she's been put up on the block so many times and she's had to rely on her social game to get her through every single week. She was never the primary target anytime she's been on the block so far.
Mm-hmm. And let's also point out, also she's an amazing cook.
I mean,
the cooking strategy is cooking for Felicia.
The cooking strategy usually works, and that's why I say if I ever end up on Big Brother, that's my strategy. I want to be the cook of the house because no one's going to want to evict me. Mm-hmm. So, but I think at this point, Suri and Felicia stand the best shot of winning this game. I think third to that, I think would be Matt.
Yeah, I think for me it's Suri and Matt.
That's fair.
It really is, and I think that Bowie is making final three, and the reason I say that is because she's going to get dragged to somehow get to final three because of how safe a game she's playing. I know she's floating. I know that she's floating. But she is playing an extremely safe game. She doesn't have any enemies at all. Like, she's really made up with...
Well, I wouldn't say that.
But, like, her relationship with Suri and Felicia did get better after her HOH.
I was gonna say if there's a position final four where it's Suri, Felicia, Bowie, Jane, and one of America or Blue, or even Matt, honestly, I would say. I think if one of Suri or Felicia has the vote to evict at final four, they evict Bowie, Jane.
Yeah.
I see that happening.
But also,
I see Bowie going fourth in most scenarios.
I see Bowie going either fourth or third because
or
it's going to be a duo and Bowie Jane.
I can see
you
that.
know what I mean? It's going to be a duo with Bowie Jane. Bowie Jane gets dragged along to that final two because then it'll be what? Blue in America, Suri and Felicia, Matt and Jag, Bowie Jane. She's the only one not in a duo.
I would not say Blue in America are a duo.
But you're going to say once Corey leaves, Blue and America are the only people that are going to be left out other than Bowie Jane. There isn't going to be any other people that they'll be able to align themselves with. So if I were them, I would try and get into a final two, or I would try and get in a final two with each other, just because they fuck with each other. They said it. Like, they had that separate conversation where, like, hey, I fuck with you, you fuck with me. Did you play me dirty in this game? Yes.
But that was weeks ago. But that was weeks ago. Did that just happen? They just talked today, but that's not the aftermath of that conversation.
I thought that was at in the backyard with the pool, or did that happen?
That did happen today. However, they both came away from the conversation saying, "I don't trust her." So, like, what I see happening is I see going into Final 7 with Corey going home tomorrow. I see it becoming 2 trios and Bowie Jane.
Oh yeah,
because I think it's going to be Blue, Matt, and Jag versus Suri, Felicia, and America, Bowie in the middle.
And then Suri and Blue kind of having that weird...
Obviously, but yeah. So I don't know. And we really don't know. What I was going to say on the Bowie Jane conversation as well is I think there's a scenario, especially if it's a triple next week, which is kind of, it either has to be a triple or 2 back-to-back doubles in order to get to finale with 3 people. So because they have...
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. How does a triple eviction work? Is it just like the double eviction, but twice?
No. So there's a couple different ways that they do it. I believe I think on All Stars, they did 2 doubles back-to-back in the same night. But the way that the triple eviction works originally, because it's originally a concept from Big Brother Canada. Okay. They did it first. Also, you're gonna want to stay on to watch Big Brother Canada because it is the premier Big Brother franchise in North America.
Okay.
It is better.
Canada just does it better.
I agree with you. But the way that a triple works, as far as Big Brother Canada is concerned, is it's the same as a double, but 3 people go up.
Okay.
So it's someone wins HOH, they nominate 3 people, Veto is played, Veto gets used or not used, and then everybody else who's not on the block votes to save.
Work.
And then 2 people go out at once.
Work. And
I could see if it's a BB can style triple, I see Bowie Jane catching strays. And I think there's some amalgamations where, like, if it's if for example it's Jag, Matt, and Bowie Jane, I think they save Matt. If it's Suri, Felicia, and Bowie Jane, I think they save Suri. I think if it's America, Bowie Jane, and Blue, I think they save America or Blue. So I think if it's a BB can style triple, I see Bowie getting evicted accidentally.
Kind of as a martyr. Yeah.
Not even a martyr necessarily, because it wouldn't be her doing, but like she would go out accidentally. She would go out accidentally. It would be very fitting. It would be very fitting with the way that Bowie has played. I agree. Yeah. It would be very fitting with the way that Bowie has played this season. So I could see it. But I mean, hopefully we find out tomorrow what the end game plans are, because like I said earlier, it's day 78. We only have 22 days left in the game, and there are 8 people in the house.
That's crazy. That is
it's
crazy.
It's never really extended this long. Like, it's just because we had the zombie week. It's been a whole thing. This season is 100 days. Like, it's
because of the writer's strike. We know. But like,
100% it is.
Yeah,
like,
but still, it's like, I mean, I'm not complaining because this is my first Big Brother season. I've been enjoying the hell out of this.
I'm very excited. I'm happy that you jumped on. I'm happy you jumped on for Big Brother. I think I love Big Brother. It's one of my favorite shows. It really always has been since I started watching. BB Can is something else, and I'm very excited. I need to give you some BB Can seasons to watch as well. Because BB Can is entertaining as hell. And we, Lana and I think a couple other people on the pod, we had a good friend on BB Can last season from our org community, and he did very well, and I was very proud of him.
Mm-hmm. So we're having him come on the cup when?
A great question. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, y'all. That's where we're at in the house. A little bit of a thought process into what Kev and I think the end game is going to be. I love that it's the two of us talking about it too, because it's like super fan and new fan, like talking about end game scenarios. I really enjoy that, and I'm loving that you're enjoying Big Brother because,
girl, let me tell you, I'm gonna Taylor Hale myself. Watch one season, go into that house and win.
I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
Devour, like I would go absolutely mentally insane in Big Brother. I don't think I could
you would
handle it, but
I would be sitting here like God damn it, Kev, what the fuck are you doing now?
I would play so bad. Let's be honest.
I know you would.
I would play so bad.
I know you would.
But also, like, at the same time, like, I would have no idea what's going on in the house. But I think
you wouldn't.
My strategy would have just been to Bowie Jane my way. Like, I would so float. I really would.
Oh yeah.
Like, just stay out of everything.
As long as you're floating and not coasting.
Yeah, I want to float, and then Bowie Jane HOH my way. Like,
I can see it.
Right where Bowie Jane got her HOH, that's where I want to be.
I could see it.
Maybe I should just move to Canada so I have a lot bigger of a chance to get on.
Yeah, I mean, it's about the same applicant pool, honestly.
Is it really?
Yeah, usually. But well, the host is better there. We do love Arissa Cox.
Don't ever come for Mother. Don't ever come for Bob Mother.
Oh no, we don't like Julie. Have you not realized that we don't like Julie?
No, she's an interesting with her.
No, she's an interesting she's an interesting character, and she's a good host. Arissa is better. And it fundamentally comes down, you haven't watched Arissa Cox yet, but it fundamentally comes down to the fact that Arissa Cox is a super fan of Big Brother. Julie is not.
I feel hurt. Like, I'm obsessed with the Bob. The Bob.
You're gonna become very obsessed with Arissa Cox the moment you watch BB Can. I can guarantee it. I'm already anticipating the message where you're like, bitch, you were right. And I'm like, I know I'm right. I know I'm right.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon. Thanks for coming in literally when we're leaving. Smile. Anyway.
But no, but like I thought we liked Julie. Well, Julie, I'm obsessed with her.
We make fun of Julie. We don't really
being for real about her.
No.
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 I'm leaving.
Yeah, I know you were at work, okay? Whatever. Regardless, thank you for joining us. As always, our schedule is Monday at 6, Wednesday at 3, Friday at 6 Eastern. We will be here talking all things Big Brother. We will be here tomorrow at 6 Eastern talking about our, 16, our 9th eviction? I hate you.
Sorry, I had to.
Someone will be going home tomorrow. It's probably a man. Spoiler. But thank you for joining us. Make sure to subscribe, because if you've made it all the way through this and you're not subscribed, hello, what the fuck are you doing? In the meantime, you can follow us. You can subscribe here. You could also subscribe to our main channel, The Cup Pod, where we're covering all things drag. You could also follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can follow me and Kev on Twitter and Instagram as well. If you are somewhere in the Florida area, Kev might be performing somewhere, doing something, and it's probably Leah Michelle related. So go.
It's actually not. I don't perform that much.
Go tip Kev, because they're great. And while you're at it as well,
don't tip me. Tip me with money, not with your penis.
That's what I meant.
I know, I was joking.
And while we're at it, make sure to, while you're in the description below, make sure to go get your cup merch, including but not limited to cup mug, available in the link at the link in the description below. I hate everything. I can't do an outro today. Cheers.
Love your
Bye.
truck ass Bob.
From way outside the Big Brother house, we've been the cup.
Love your.
You took my line, but it's.
I wanted to say it so bad because you were struggling. I was trying to help you.
Good night, house guests.